Hello! Welcome to another parkrun walkthrough. I'm at Centre Vale in Todmorden, one of my local parkruns now. I live in Calderdale. This route's got everything. It's got trail, it's got park paths, it's got hill, it's got nice scenery, and it's quite a pleasant little route. So, let's see what it's like. This is the finish of Centre Vale Parkrun, and I'm starting here because this course is 3 and a bit laps, and the bit is between the start and the main lap. The trouble is finding the start. If you're new to this place, it does take a bit of finding because it's not really well signposted, and there's so many footpaths in and around this particular part of Centre Vale itself that it's easy to get lost. I certainly got lost, and even now, after I've been here a few times, I still don't quite know where I should be going at any given point. So let me walk you from the finish line to the start line. You're going to be running this way on the way back, but just for clarification. Right, this is the start area. It's quite unusual for a parkrun on the grounds that it's almost like a dedicated start zone, which means you're not in the way of anyone when you come to start the race. It's a nice little place to do your warm-up exercises and stuff like that. So, here we are at the start. It's 3 and a bit laps, as I say. So let's hit it. At the very, very start, note that path. We'll come on to that path in a minute. Note that path. We'll come back to that path in a minute as well. We're still on the bit from the start to the finish. That's the ruins of an old the old Centre Vale manor house. There's a little dog over there. One of the problems I've had with this particular course is because of the myriad of footpaths. It's very hard to track them all on the OS maps, which means it's hard to judge exactly how far it is between some of the bends. It is roughly, allegedly, 160 metres from somewhere here, maybe, to the first gate. But the actual myriad of footpaths means that it's hard to track exact distances for that part of the course. Now we're back to the finish again. So this is where your lap actually starts. Be careful of the bollards. Now, there's not many people that actually do this course relative to others, so it's going to be quite sort of packed here, but it's not going to be packed enough for that to be too much of an issue. Just watch out for it. Oof. And then we don't go that way, we go this way. Take a sharp right turn and into the first of the trail sections. This trail section is what's about 320 metres-ish, and it's about 440 to the next turn. This, by the way, is one of the 2 reasons why I don't do this course barefoot, or even in minimalist running shoes like Skinner's. I tried it a couple of times in Skinner's. It was a bit nasty underfoot. Hello. Now, although it's near the start and the section is a little bit narrow, as I say, the course isn't that popular, relatively speaking. You get like, what, sort of 200, 150, 200 people turning up maybe. So once you get to here, there's only going to be a couple of people around you, hopefully, which is probably just as well, because you can see it's a little bit on the narrow side. Also be wary of, well, you'll see in a minute. You've got to be careful in this section of the rugged terrain, the occasional tree root, possibly the occasional squirrel as well. One of the courses, the first course I ever did, the first parkrun I ever did was Brierley Forest in Nottinghamshire. And that's basically, 2 laps of circuit like that. Anyway. So we're back outside in the open air. You can get a feel of the overview of the park. Right, here we are at the second gate. We're at basically the furthest point from the finish line, but we're not halfway yet. Do not ever think we're halfway. I always think we're halfway at this point, but we're not. Nowhere near. It's about 160 metres more for this sort of service, and then it gets interesting again. Hello.
Morning.
So, now onto the trail section. It's about 300 metres, and as you can see, it goes up. It doesn't go up very far as I can tell. It's about 12 metres up in total, this section, and the entirety of the, according to the OS maps, the entirety of the total ascent of the course is around 20 metres for each lap. Again, it's hard to judge, but this bit may catch you out if you're not used to it. You can see again, gravel, shoes. It's quite a fun little section, this. Although it does catch you quite a lot if you're not expecting it. Again, it's quite narrow, but by this point you shouldn't have any problems with other people around you. So it should be all fine. You just got to watch out for the tree roots. This is about halfway, I would say. See, it's a very different experience, it's a very different feel from other parts of the course. There's 2 hills, sort of. Well, it's all one gradual uphill, but there's that sharp bit at the start, and then there's this also a bit of a sharp hill, and somewhere around here there will be somebody probably bringing a bell just to give you the motivation to say you've reached the top, and then you swing to the right and go back down. You can hear the bell from the start of the trail pretty much. Now be careful on this bit because it is quite gravelly. It is also quite steep and longer than you think. Now, reach the bottom of the trail. Hopefully you haven't fallen over, because that would be really easy. And we bear sharp left. And you may recognise this bit of road. You'd think, oh, we're nearly at the finish line now. That's near the end of that. No, it is not. And this is the bit that, let's be honest, it slightly depresses me, this bit, because it's long and straight and right angle-y and just feels a lot longer than it is. Oh look, there's the start line. But we don't go back to the start line. We take a sharp left. And this is not very big incline. Not that steep an incline, but again, if you're not expecting it, it takes a lot out of you. This section is, as I say, it's straight and right angled more or less. It's about 570 metres to the finish line from here. Again, it's really hard to judge because these aren't on the maps properly. It is narrow. You are getting to the finish line, so you will either be overtaking, lapping people, or people will be lapping you, so just bear that in mind. Garden of Remembrance. I find this section never ending, and after the sort of the nice parkland and the nice trails, it always feels like a bit of an anticlimax. They're also doing work on here. It's only just started recently, so, and by the life of this video it's not going to be here forever, so just makes things a little more narrow than it should be. And a little uglier. Now we're into the final section. We take a sharp right to turn. The finish line is just there. You can see it. You can almost taste it at this point. So this is the time to really kick on with the sprint finish. Or not. And there you go, we've done a lap. And now all we have to do is wander back to the finish line, and that is a lap of Centre Vale Parkrun. Oh, that was a walkthrough of Centre Vale Parkrun. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you find it useful. Maybe we'll see you here again one day. Me, got a parkrun to do. See you later.